It's Neveen The Queen, and welcome to SongLab Live. Today, I'm really excited to introduce the most beautiful, the most talented DJ Jojo. Jojo, tell them about you.
Well, what do you want to know?
I want to know you. I want to know how you came to DJ. Like, where are you from? Are you from Arizona?
I am originally from North Carolina. I moved here when I was 8 years old, and I've been here ever since. So I've always been around a musical family, though.
Uh-huh.
And I remember there was like this video that my dad shot on like a VHS cam. Literally like, DJ in the house. Come on, DJ in the house. Jojo in the house. You know, like literally at 5. And
cute.
Had no idea that I'd be DJing literally at 20 years old, because that's when I started. It was 2 years ago when I was 20. So I think that was just like a part of it, like for me, that it was like a little reminder in a way, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that was what started it. But then I think as well too, I wanted to bring different sounds from around the world to Phoenix, because when I started, I feel like I didn't have like a young crowd or a young scene to go to, you know?
Right.
A lot of the people that I knew that were DJs were a lot older than me. So I feel like the crowd was a little bit older as well, you know? Which I think we need a little balance, you know?
Yeah.
So I started like, you know, just going to different events, and I found one at the Pemberton with a bunch of like producers, but they were all men. And I was like, you know what? Are y'all available to like have another DJ? And they were like, yeah. So they were like, you ready to go on next week? And I was like, next week at the Pemberton?
Wow.
And they were like, yeah. And I was like, how about next month? And they were like, okay, let's do next month. But once I started next month, I bought a laptop, all of that. Like,
wow. So that's like when you just got it. You got your first gig, and then you went and bought everything. So when you started DJing, were you practicing in your house? Like, were you using turntables?
in my apartment on my little controller.
Okay, so you're using control. Do you use like Technique turntables or?
I don't at this time, but I definitely do want to learn, just because I think it is so cool, and that's also where it all started. You know what I mean? So, and I later found out that my biological dad was also a DJ.
No, what?
He was
Lovely.
He was a DJ at 12. So I always knew he was a producer, but had no idea that he was a DJ.
Isn't that crazy?
So on FaceTime one day, he was like, I had a question. I was like, I just wish I knew how to like scratch, you know? Like with not doing the turntables, I didn't learn how to scratch, you know? He was like, oh, I got you. And I'm like, what you mean you got me? Like, oh, I was a DJ when I was 12. And I'm like, what? So he's teaching me on FaceTime how to scratch.
No, that is super lit. So your dad, you said biological dad, when did you meet him?
My biological dad has always been in my life, like young years, but I moved here. So like I, you know, and was closer with my stepdad.
Oh, okay.
So that's why. But
Okay, so he's always been around. So does your stepdad DJ too?
my stepdad works in the music industry. He does like personal like bodyguard, for artists and stuff like Usher. So I've
That's all I name right here, because every girl, all my girls have hit me up like, can you give me Usher tickets? I don't know. Ask JoJo. Can you get us Usher tickets? Ask your dad.
I don't know, but he has worked with like Beyonce before, like so many different artists. And I think that has also been like an influence for me as well too, just because I was going to concerts at a very, very, very young age and seeing people on, you know, the stage, behind the scenes and stuff like that. And that's also something that I've been wanting to do, is like get more into more venue things, you know?
Gotcha. Yeah. So
Or tours.
I think you will do that. So what kind of music do you like to play? Or what?
I like to play.
Yes. What do you, because, you know, a lot of DJs, you know, you can play whatever. You can play any beat, everything. That's great. But if you had to pick like a specific genre of music to play, what would that be? Or what do you feel like your sound is?
I've been trying to figure that out. I think I'm definitely more of like and they call it in the DJ world, open format DJ. I don't limit myself to genre, because I don't limit myself to one thing in my personal life, right? So meaning I'm a stylist, I'm a DJ.
Right.
You know, I also work security. So I do multiple different things, you know? So I feel like with music, it's the same thing. And I feel like that's how I relate it. So I play dance hall, I play Afrobeats, I play hip hop, I play R&B, you know? I play multiple sounds from around the world if it's Brazilian music, you know?
Right.
So
What do you like the most, though?
the most, it's hard.
What do you like? What does JoJo like?
What does JoJo like?
Yeah.
I would say what gets JoJo dancing.
Yeah.
I would say anything that has like a dance hall beat on it. I love dance
You can't go wrong with dance hall.
or like soca.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Okay, yeah, you got that vibe. You definitely got that vibe. Super adorbs and like just the energy. I need to come see you, DJ. How do we connect? I'm trying to remember how.
At the stadium, I recognized you in,
Oh, yeah.
and I
Was
was
this the Chris Brown after party or just like.
I think it was when there was some DJs like from Ohio or something. They were down here. I don't know what event. Oh, it was WNBA
Yes.
that weekend, All-Star weekend.
Yes, but I saw you. I think we connected before that though on
We did.
Instagram, right? And I think maybe did you play for Afro Piano?
I
You
did.
DJed for maybe that's where I saw you. Your name comes up a lot.
Really?
Yeah, Ronnie Rind, because we were looking for DJs for a couple events that we were gonna do, and I wanted a female DJ specifically, and your name kept coming up.
Wow.
And you're 22 years old, and your name's already coming up.
Thank you.
Amazing.
That makes me feel good.
Good as should.
Thank you.
I want to know more about JoJo, and this is where the reason why I brought you out here. There's something very different and unique about you, and I want to know more about you because you're interesting. Not like weird interesting. I'm weird interesting, but you're like so poised. Should we do it? Should we say it? It's so demure.
So demure. So cutesy, so cutesy.
We just want to irritate all the men. This is why we get. They fucking hate it. They hate it so much.
Very cutesy.
You're very cutesy, very demure.
You are.
I am not. I am. We talked about this earlier. I am definitely not demure. I am more savage.
Not mindful. You're not mindful.
I'm mindful
Okay, so you mindful.
sometimes.
Very mindful. Very cutesy.
That is exactly why I wanted for you. You are very cutesy and very demure,
You
and I want to know more about you. Did you go to school?
go to college?
Yeah.
I went to trade school.
Where'd you go to trade school?
Esthetician.
Ah,
Really?
cosmetology.
Okay.
Yeah.
I graduated in 2020 though.
Yeah.
So
Are you still practicing?
I'm not. I am actively like doing the DJ thing basically like full time now. And I feel like
Wow,
that's what I'm mainly passionate about. I
I
think
love that.
when I was there, I was like, you know, school's not really for me. I'm going to find something else that is maybe for me.
Uh-huh.
And I think I really found out that I was a music lover during COVID. I feel like COVID is really what brought me out of my shell in a way,
Uh-huh.
and just had me like curious about a lot of things. So
Do you consider yourself shy?
sometimes I'm very reserved now.
Sir?
Before I used to be very outgoing, like, hey girl,
Why are you not going to war? What happened?
I think it's
Just
just
pissed you off.
it's not even that. I think it's just more of like with certain energies, I'm just very like reserved. But I'm trying to be more outgoing and like, you know, but when I was in Detroit recently,
Uh-huh.
I went there for Afro Nation and I went around and asked people if I could take a video of their outfits because I'm really like into fashion and just music in general, you know? So I was like, can I take a video of your outfit? And that is what got me out of my shell, you know? So
Just to be able to do that, like more of the influencer, like behind the scenes type stuff. Yeah. See, I feel like as a DJ and like influencing or like kind of go hand in hand, you know, and doing what I don't know. I feel like I'm going to see you doing other things. Like I definitely saw you as a talent, you know, like some DJs are DJs, right? They play music, but I feel like you are a face also with that. So I would encourage you to do more of that. I would encourage you to do more talking on the mic and more hosting and more of that because I feel like that's you.
thank you.
You glow, not just because of your face and your highlighter. You just, I don't know if you're wearing a highlighter. You just fucking
Not.
You're not.
It's that Aquaphor, baby.
To be 22, I have to put like so much stuff. I have to put like a primer with highlight, and then a tinted foundation, and then like a powder highlight to stay highlight.
Beautiful.
Thanks. Vic wouldn't know nothing about this because he's got glowing skin too. It's beautiful. His beautiful skin. So,
but I appreciate that compliment. I think thank you for bringing me on here, just because I think that was I was a little nervous.
Aww.
It was a challenge for me, but I think that was a goal for me this year.
What was challenging for you?
To talk in front of a camera, because I asked you, I was like, before this, I was like, hey, you got some questions for me? Yeah. Can I practice those questions first? And she's like, no, like we do it all like on camera, and I love that though, because it's organic, not forced,
Yeah.
So I think that is one thing that I've been just working on in general right now. It's just being uncomfortable, but uncomfortable is good, because that's how you see true growth.
Yes.
So
well, I feel like I talk about this a lot. I feel like what we're lacking right now in our world generally is communication. People do not know how to communicate properly. We're so stuck behind our phones that, we're getting our dopamine fixes from everything, social media, from this, from that, that we're too scared to be ourselves. We're too scared to show our feelings. We don't even know how to show our feelings, I feel like, because we're just not connected. So that's why when people are like, what are the questions? I'm like, we're not doing questions. I don't do that. When I'm interviewing, I want to get to know you, and I want you to get to know me as if we're out out somewhere publicly. I want to get to know you that way.
I love it.
I think it's important. Yeah. And I want people to see it's okay to be awkward. It's okay to we're on air or whatever and we're filming, but it's okay to be uncomfortable, because like you said, that's natural. That's life. Mm-hmm. Get to know each other. So thank you for coming and being brave enough to do it. So you're already like breaking out of your shell. You're no longer demure. You are outgoing now.
I love that you use the word. You find any way to put the word.
It's just so annoying that I have to keep saying it. And mostly because I know how irritated men get from it. And there's some men out there that are irritating to me. Let me look at every single camera. There's some men out there that have been irritating me. So I'm going to say demure and cutesy so many times because I know how much it irritates you. But to the other men that are awesome, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Jojo, tell me when your next event is.
My next event is on, I got a few.
Can we get that is incredible. Can we get a hand count?
I'm like, let me pull up the calendar. But my next one, though, is next Wednesday. It's August 28th. It is my not my first time being at Gracie's, but my first event that I'm hosting at Gracie's.
You're hosting? Tell me.
Yes, it's called...
What does that mean when you say hosting?
Hosting, meaning DJing, curating. I curated this event on my own,
Nice.
And it was just cool because I played with sessions before, and then going from sessions to going to this now, I feel like it's just beautiful to me.
Yeah, I want to come.
But it's called Joli Voyage. It is in French. That's translated to English is pretty or beautiful. So beautiful journey. And honestly, those two words have been really resonating with me a lot recently. And the reason why is because I feel like this journey of DJing, since it's been 2 years, it'll be 2 years in September, it's just been highs and lows. You know what I mean? But
walk me through the highs and lows. What does that mean?
The highs and lows, I would say, I started, like how I mentioned, I started at the Pemberton, but I feel like I pushed myself out there a little too soon. But that's okay.
Do you feel like you're ready?
No. And sometimes right now, I even don't feel like I'm ready sometimes, but I have realized that you're never going to be ready for something fully, But it's all about how you handle the situation, practicing,
Practice is so important.
Meeting up with people that believe in you as well, too. So if they can show you tips and tricks or even just things like this inspires me as well to keep going. So I feel like that was a part of the journey. But while it was a challenging journey and a transformative journey, I would say that it was beautiful. because along the way, I met so many beautiful people. I met people that taught me a lot of lessons as well, you know? And I think that's what I wanted to showcase, but through music, like curate it through music. Because I think, like I was saying, we have a lot of events that are Afrobeats and piano. That's just what it is, you know? But I feel like this night is to showcase the highs and lows of not only my journey, but something that someone else could resonate with, you know what I mean? So it's more of like an open genre night, open format, where we just play how we feel.
Do you have other DJs?
I will. For this first one, not yet. For this first one, it's just me, because I think I like doing like the little solo vibe. And then eventually I'm definitely, you know, get some DJs, maybe some DJs from, you know, out of the state.
It's like who?
I don't know. I got the tea.
She's not trying to tell nobody nothing yet.
But yeah, like it's kind of hard for me to like explain it fully. I just know that I have it housed in my brain.
Completely understand. Weird,
but there's a video coming soon with it, and a flyer coming soon with it. But it's at 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. on a Wednesday. So next Wednesday on the 28th.
So it's next. Just to hear you say next Wednesday, the 28th, like time is just like flying. But I'll just time in general. And then Fleek and I, we always talk about like vision and things like that, because I do some of the skits and whatever it is that we do like creatively. When you try to explain it to people, it doesn't come out right. And then I feel like when you try to explain to people like what your vision is, people want to like say, you should do this, you could do it like this, you should do it. And it's like, no. I'm not trying to get you to have me do it like that. This is my vision and this is how I want it. I guess that's like the importance of like vision. Like if it's yours, keep it to you and just put out whatever it is that you need to put out and let people see it, because you can't really explain to people what's in your mind, you know? Because
that's why I'm like, I'm gonna just give you a little synopsis, a little bit,
a little elevator
bite.
Yeah, a little elevator pitch. That's super cute. I love it. I want to come. I need to come see you like actually DJ.
Thank you. I would appreciate that.
I feel like
I love that.
I want to. I'm gonna come. I want to be VIP. Do I have my own special like area?
I don't know how Gracie's work, but I can ask.
No.
We gonna see.
I don't think
I'm like, do they have a VIP?
I don't think so. I don't think that Gracie's. I'm trying to think of Gracie's. I don't think they have a VIP area. They're like, yeah, we got VIP for you outside in your car. See you later. Have a good one. But yeah, I wanna ask a few more questions. Actually, who is one of your favorite artists right now?
I might be pronouncing her name wrong, but Sinead Harnett or Sinead. It's like Sinead Harnett or Harnett. I love her. She is so good. She's coming here when I'm gonna be in Colorado. So I'm like, I was looking. I'm like, I'm trying to see if I can make it a trip work to see her, because this album really just resonates with me because it's like so deep, you know, like it's like talking about just a lot of like things that I'm personally going through right now. Not to get like too personal, but just like, you know, I was saying, like this whole year for me has just been completely transformative. I feel like, you know, like just a lot of changes, but changes that are for the better, you know? And granted, yeah, those changes are definitely hurting me. I would say that this album is helping me.
I like
as
that.
I'm hurting.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I love music.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can connect with like artists through like, granted, I don't know her, and granted, I haven't had a conversation with her. I feel like
she gets you, and you get.
I feel like she's hugging me when I'm like listening to her music. Also, Ira Star.
Ira Star.
Yeah, she's an Afrobeats artist, and honestly, the same thing for that album. Like, it's about like her turning 22 now, and I'm 22. I just turned 22 in June.
Wow.
And when this album came out, it was around that time, and so a lot of the things that she's like talking about are like her journey, you know, getting older, you know, and the changes, like her parents passing away. Granted, I have my parents. they're still alive, but I don't talk to them as much, you know? So because of reasons. But
it's hard. It's okay.
It is definitely hard, you know? Really but I think you also go through like a form of like grieving a person that's still alive. And I think that's what hurts.
Girl, yes. No, it hurts.
So
it's like loving somebody, but you can't be with them, or like a relationship. You could be madly in love with somebody and it's just not working out at this moment. So you have to like let somebody you really love go, including your parents. That shit hurts. It's like a different kind of grief, at least, you know, like both hurt. So I totally get it. And I'm sorry that you're going through that. And
thank you.
I think that give it a little more time and, you know, you're be able to work it out.
Thank you. But the good thing is I got people around me that love me so deeply and support me, you know? Yeah. So it's like, granted, I don't have their support all the time. I have so many other loved ones that love me.
Do you love yourself for real?
I love myself for real. And I'm learning to love myself for real. You
That's
know?
the hardest part, right?
It is.
That's the hardest part. Is like, and honestly, I'm like,
that's new.
Girl, I'm older. I'm like so much older than you. And it's like, even at my age now, like, I feel like I'm now learning to love myself right now. I had to take my mom dying for me to be like, I'm sorry. Thank you. But for me to be like, okay, now what? My biggest cheerleader, now what? Well, you know what? It's time to put all of that love that she had back into me, and like all my love back into me. And I think it's just so important because it feels so different. When you just love yourself unconditionally, you could do so much more. So that is my advice to you, being 22 years old. Like, you seem like a really sweet, genuine, kind woman that wants to do things for people all the time. And they might want to like take that energy and take that from you. I say, do whatever it is that you want to do subconsciously, deep down into, you know, that voice inside you that's like, you know what? I'm just making an example here, okay? This is not what I'm telling you to do. But if your voice inside is like, you know what? If you want to post a twerking picture or a twerking video of you on Instagram because you're like, you know what? I feel sexy and that makes me feel like me, do that shit. Do whatever it is that makes you feel good, because at the end of the day, no one's going to show up for you the way you're going to show up for you. And always understand resistance, right? If you're with somebody or have, you know, like you're with friends and you just feel like the energy, like it's always you know, putting more energy in and there's always some type of a resistance, that's your cue to go the opposite way or just kind of pull back a little bit. So I want to see you succeed. Tell me what to expect, or what your wish is, or how you see your life in a year.
In a year.
Because I feel like you are going to take off in like less than a year, honestly.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tell me about your life.
DJing or
everything.
Everything.
What is JoJo? Tell me about JoJo's life in a year. I want to know. Or what do you want to see yourself
honestly
doing?
I want to see myself out of the country. I feel like there's just so much more to see, you know?
That's huge. Yeah.
I definitely have made it to a couple different states this year, which was my goal as well. But I feel like for next year, I want to go to Europe. I feel like London has been calling.
I want to fucking go there. Can we go? Let's just go together.
Let's go.
Can we just go together?
Let's go.
Come on.
But when I travel, I'll be traveling like solely to experience everything that's around music, because that's what I'm most passionate about, music and fashion. So if it's music and fashion, I'm going to be there, you know? So I think that's why I've been really wanting to go to London, but I've also been wanting to experience how it would be like in Barcelona, like Spain, Paris, you know, do a little tour, you know. Yeah. But I also have like the DJ world is small, you know, so it's like everybody is connected in some type of way. Yeah. So I've been really wanting to make it out there to also DJ, you know, and that's been a challenge for me, because when I was in Detroit, I got scared and I didn't do it. What? And they were like, "Yeah, bring your USB, you could have DJ'd." Oh man, like, I got nervous. And I'm like, I can't have any of that anymore. Like, I can't keep getting nervous over stuff. You know what I mean? I just gotta do it. Just go after.
You just gotta. And I like your mindset, but you know, and I don't want to keep like saying that, you know, you're young and you're 22, like you don't know any better. But I like the mindset that you have right now and just like being bold and brave and even saying that you want to travel at this age. I wish when I was 22 that I had that in my mindset of like traveling, but no, I was in a relationship for 13, 14 years like after that. So I wish that I would have done more of that because there is a lot of world. And I do see you DJing around the world. So definitely take your USB. Do not be afraid to. I had an artist that was an artist that was a singer and a rapper, and she would be nervous about like everything. She's like, no, I don't want to. I'm like, you know what? Take up any opportunity that you have. She was opening up for an artist, talk to their management, talk to the fan base. Just be like, hey, do you have like any room for me on your next show or your tour? Do the same. Take every opportunity that you can. Bring up where your stuff, and then if you're like at a show, and go meet the DJ. Go introduce yourself to all the DJs, to the promoters, to whoever is in charge of that, and just be like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Jojo. I'm a DJ. If you ever need another DJ,
that's honestly how I met you.
Right? So if you,
because I was like, I'm like, who is this? I'm like, I remember like seeing something like someone was like, oh yeah, like that's Neveen The Queen, and I work with like Sam Apoku, like we did like a music video together. So I'm like, I've seen you guys together. So I'm like, this is a familiar face in our scene, So I'm like, I'm curious, like who is Neveen
and where you are,
So
and I'm interviewing you because you're adorbs. Like there's something very special about you. I want to see Jojo DJing in different countries, like you said. So I'm going to challenge you to look into a country that you want to go to, find a few promoters in that country, and I want to see you book a show. And if you don't do it, ask me. I'm going to help you. We're going to let's pick some countries, and let's start getting you some bookings.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. I want to see that for you.
Dab me up. But let's do this.
Are we being in New York right now? My hands are so freaking cold because Bleak makes it freezing in here. Don't play demure back there. Okay? But do you have a playlist? Do you have like anything on SoundCloud or Spotify, Apple?
SoundCloud.
You do. So you have like playlists on SoundCloud?
I have one mix on there.
Okay, how do we find it?
But I can send it to you.
Do you have? Okay.
I'm gonna put it in my link as well on my Instagram. I used to have it on there.
Well, what is it so people can?
I don't know the username. I'm still trying to figure that out right now. That's why it's not on my Instagram.
Okay, no worries. We'll figure it out. Okay, so another challenge for you.
Of course.
I want you. Are you ready for this? You might not like this challenge. I want you to put a playlist up or like a mix at least monthly.
Monthly. I like that.
At least. It's not weekly.
Goals. Weekly. Because I've been really trying to be on myself about that. So
can you do weekly or do you want to start monthly?
I'm going to start monthly.
Okay.
And then after that.
You guys heard that, right? She's going to start doing a playlist. She's going to start doing the playlist monthly. That's the challenge. Monthly. And then we're going to write up a few countries that you want to DJ at. And then we're going to try to get these bookings. And guess who's going to come with you? Can I come with you?
Of course.
Okay, cool.
Because I've been traveling solo. Like,
let's go.
I be by myself.
Oh my God. Let's do it.
I think it's also because I just haven't found too many people that are really, meeting people now. Yeah. That are really loving this music stuff for real, because it's like there's a lot of standing when it comes to this stuff sometimes, so are you down for that?
I don't know if you know that, but that was like one of my first jobs. I used to book DJs.
Really?
Yeah. I was in the EDM world before anything. Wow. So like DJ, and then I would promote and for like the EDM, and then I started booking DJs. My cousin was a famous DJ for a long time. I love you, cuz. I love you, cuz. I love you, cuz. But we can talk about that. I definitely can see you like DJing in Spain and like all kinds of like really cool places.
All right. Where were you DJing? Or booking DJs?
Well, they're from here.
They're from here.
The DJs, so they were like back in the late 90s and 2000s, and they were like a DJ crew, and then individually, like I would book them everywhere, like different states. And I don't remember. It was so long ago. I don't remember if I booked them in different countries. I really don't remember. It was a long time ago and a lot of ecstasy. So my brain was kind of like,
Oops.
Forgot I was on camera for a moment. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, we can look into different places to book you because I want to help. I want to help any way that I can. I want to see that. You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
I want to say thank you for showing up and coming and talking to Fleek and I on SongLab Live. Can you tell everybody how to find you?
Yes, I'm on Instagram at the letter N, only Joe. So the one and only Joe.
The one letter N. Okay.
Only Joe. So
Only
one and only Joe.
So that's Instagram.
Yes.
Anywhere else you want them to follow you on?
I'm on with SoundCloud on the Instagram.
Okay,
and then
cool.
you can go to like my little link and press it.
And then do you have like your shows updated on your Instagram? Like,
I'm working on that right now.
okay. It's okay. We can get there.
I know. I'm definitely trying to get better at like marketing. I was really good for a little bit at it, like being more consistent about it. But I think now I definitely am like getting back to it, like promoting, marketing, all that.
That's okay. You're here. You're doing it. And I'm excited to see your career. And hopefully you and I can travel together.
I'd be down.
Okay. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
I have you in my phone as DJ Jojo Cutie Pie. That's her name. That's her name.
DJ Jojo Cutie Pie.
DJ Jojo Cutie Pie. That's.
I'm gonna have you record it and then
What? You want me to say that?
Audio memo. Yep. I'm gonna make a DJ tag.
Okay. I gotta put my sexy voice on. DJ Jojo Cutie Pie. The Cutie Pie. That's super demure. I'm just kidding. That's my gay voice. That's not bad. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna stop before I get myself in trouble. All right, bye guys. Bye. Thank you.
Hey everybody. Thank you for watching the podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and come back for more episodes.